Hi everyone. I am I'm outside, so I can take this off. I just had my 3-month follow-up with plastics. It's funny. Your doctors become almost like your family when you're going through this whole breast cancer stuff. And my appointments, like my follow-ups with plastics, are fortunately usually very brief. I had to take a thumbnail picture of me with the blue wall of doom. I call it doom because my first experience with that blue curtain behind me was not positive. Rewind to my first plastic surgeon appointment, who was not the plastic surgeon that I picked. And if you're just starting out with this whole journey, yes, you have to have a plastic surgeon that you like. I love my plastic surgeon, like not in a weird way. Just he's wonderful. He's progressive. He's knowledgeable. He's calming. Like, even just to put his like, clearly, I've had a lot of shit going on the past 3 months since surgery happened. And they know what was going on because I had to extend my leave of absence from work longer because sorry for the sound, traffic. Because when they did the lipo, the spots where they put the needle in kept popping. Actually, I'm not even positive that's what it was. I just know that I was doing too much with the moving stuff, and not even moving stuff, even just like moving my arms to tell people like donate, keep, throw out, to the point that my surgical bra would have like stained blood marks on the sides. So if it was on the sides, I figure it has to be from the lipo and not from the actual incision in my boob. So I'll fill you in on the post-op part there. And then the reciprocated respect from coming to plastics. Like, today, it was weird. It's really weird observation today. So like I go in and they tell me to put on a robe thing. Of course it's pink. I'm like, oh, breast cancer pink, great. I don't think I usually wear pink when I'm there. I don't remember. Anyway, I don't like the blue wall. I don't like, or it's not a wall, it's a curtain, it's a shade. I don't like that there's an X in front of it because, clearly that's where you're supposed to stand to make it work. Anyhow, but when he came in this time and I had the robe on, and obviously you need to open it to show him your boobs, I was a bit leery. Usually I just open them because I felt very disconnected to my boobs, and I guess this is a good part of the healing of everything. But I felt like opening my shirt to him was like a big deal because I'm like, I like my boobs now. My boobs, they're my boobs. Yes, they're fake, but they're my boobs. It's still my skin, and underneath there's still my muscle. I might not have breast tissue, but you can't tell from the outside. So, yeah, how far are we out now? Jeez, we're almost in May, June, July. Oh, shit. July will be 2 years since diagnosis. So go Jen, I've healed a lot. That finally, after 2 years, I can call them my boobs. I have I have a beauty mark on, like the top part of my boob. And I remember thinking, like, I don't know, when I first found out about all this stuff, I'm like, I don't know what they do in a double mastectomy. I don't know how they remove your boobs. I don't know where they cut. I don't know what happens. So of course your mind starts racing about like what they're going to do with your skin, and I'm like, do they cut the skin off? And now I know what they do, and you can rewind to, I wish I had my tripod with me. I'm not vlogging enough to bring it with me. But I remember thinking, like, am I going to lose that beauty mark? Because I like that beauty mark. And it's, like, not deep down on my boob. And it's still there. Hello. It's still there. And it just reminds me that, like, you can have shit happen on the inside and, like, you're still you. Just version whatever the hell I'm up to at this point, 24. I don't know. I'm in the version of me that, like, I don't give a flying fuck if people are looking at me from the cafe going, why is she videotaping on her phone in a doctor's office? Because I am, and I'm educating all of you. So anyway, it was the first time that I was weird about opening my shirt in front of him. He's male. I don't think that had anything to do with it. It's just like someone wanted to see my boobs and I was opening my shirt to show them. And like when that happens without a doctor and someone's like, let me see your boobs, in a relationship or something, and it's, it's a thing. And I just felt weird that it was the first time where I was like protective, like, okay, I'll show them to you. And I said to him, like, because he made a comment too about how much shit's gone on lately for me, and I told him about stuff, and I'm like, I just want to make sure, like, am I still swollen on the sides? Is that fat? Is it tissue? Like, I don't know what it is. I just want to make sure that because I overdid so much with the move and stuff, like, I didn't mess up something. And I said, I'm probably not going to have frozen shoulder this time because I'm moving my arm so much. But the thing is now, am I moving it too much because I'm doing too much? And my body tells me that. My body tells me that, which is why I'm not working like in the office like 5 days a week, because my arm can't handle the consistent sitting and being in one position with my arm. But anyway, so he said to me, he's like, that's some great cleavage. I'm paraphrasing. It was more powerful when he said it. Like, it just made me, I know it's weird because it's a doctor, but he's a plastic surgeon, so it's not like that. But like, part of it with me, I don't know, having male doctors when it comes to a feminine issue for me is something somewhat new. Like, my gynecologists have primarily been female. If I'd been in therapy or whatever, well, when I was in therapy, like, my therapists were female, and now, like, the oncology psychologist is male and has the same first name as my ex-husband, which I've worked on getting over. Yeah, there's just something about, like, him just looking at them from a doctor's perspective, and like how many boobs has he seen, because he's done how many friggin' mastectomies and other things, and like, for him to compliment my great cleavage, and I do, like, I have cleavage, and it's awesome. It's awesome. And I told him, like, I'm very happy with my boobs, because the last many times that I've been there, I've been upset with what they look like, and wanted to do things that are different. And I feel weird because I feel like it's almost insulting to his work when I tell him, like, I'm not happy with my boobs, because I had my reconstruction the same day as my double mastectomy. I went straight to implants. I didn't have expanders, and didn't have radiation either, which helps with options for my boobs and how they healed, and also going forward, because the title being, to nipple or not to nipple, is something I want to talk about, because that's what we talked about today. So at this point, what I wanted to share with you is I still have marks from the tegaderm. I had blood blisters after surgery, and the move and the flooding and all that shit did not help at all, because I never had blood blisters last time I had tegaderm with my last surgery. So I still have 2 marks on there, and the oncology nurse told me to stay out of the sun with that part of my, like, they're up here, like they're kind of like right up over here. She told me to stay out of the sun in that area because the sun will just make the scars darker. But plastics told me today that it could take like a year for them to go away, but they will go away. And I believe that, because, like, it's been almost 2 years since my mastectomies, and I can see what the scars look like now compared to, like, what they looked like back then. So that was for the tegaderm, and then the scar that he cut into to fix the sling for the implant, of why I had my second surgery. He told me I could buy, the main thing to limit the scarring is to massage with your fingers on the scar itself, like gently, not with your hand, like not hard, but like with 2 fingers, but you have to make sure they're lubricated with the right thing. So he said vitamin E oil, which I'm going to go buy because my skin just seems to work better with oils than it does with creams. I had been using Aquaphor, and he said to stop because there's no open wound. Aquaphor is not going to do anything at this point. And then I was using Aveeno, and he said, coconut, it's vitamin E oil, and I think coconut butter. Don't quote me on that. I would say look it up. Coconut something, because I know, like, sorry, I don't have a tripod with me. I know, like, the coconut in general will help with scarring for anything. Like my son once, like, cut his eye, like, pretty badly on a caster, and we used coconut butter to rub in there, and now, like, you'd never even know that. I mean, granted, that was like 20 years ago, but you'd never know that he had any issue with his eye. Anyway, so it was those 2 things, and then just time. The other thing then is, like, once the scars are gone, is fitting for a bra. And this I will share with you because I don't know who she is, but she comes highly recommended by my doctor. It's a woman in Merrimack, New Hampshire. It's a little bit of a drive, but like whatever. But she fits women, post-mastectomy women for bras. And at this point, like, as like part of it is that my old bras from the flooding, like, nothing fits, and they're underwire. So like even my sports bras, like, they all shrunk when they were washed, so I can't wear them. They physically hurt, and I'm not doing that. And if you get bras on Amazon and stuff, which I've done, like, they're just expensive. I was going to do a bra, well, I will do a bra vlog. I still haven't done it yet, and I'm not going to do it here because clearly all my bras aren't here, but stay tuned because I will do that. But the woman's name is Amanda Thomas. She's at Harris Pond Plaza, 30 Daniel Webster Highway, Suite 1 in Merrimack, New Hampshire. Her phone number, I'm like advertising her, maybe I'll get money. Her number is 603-595-9447 if you're in the area. Email is info@amandathomasboutique.com. I love that she has boutique in her name because it makes it sound less like hospital-y. I assume that she's not in a hospital and that she's in a boutique. So, yeah, so I need to see when they're open. Oh, look, there's the sun. But I'm covered. Ugh, I'm covered. Yeah, so I need to make or I don't know if I'd probably have to make an appointment to see her to get a bra. I have, the True & Company bras I have are nice because they're comfortable, and they're soft. They're not really super supportive. I've tried buying smaller sizes, but then, like, if I get a smaller size, then it's too tight around my, like, belly. And I've lost weight between, like, the move and sun's, hold on, I gotta shift. Between the move and I don't know. I had norovirus 2 weeks ago. I was like throwing up and stuff, which I never do, but it's been going around. But anyway, I've lost some weight. I'm not actually quite sure why I've lost weight. On a side note, and I have a lot of doctor's appointments coming up for follow-ups for things because I'm close to the 2-year mark at this point, and I need to see. I'm most curious with the gynecologist, like, why I'm losing weight. It's a good thing, but then it also makes me nervous. Like, why am I losing weight when I'm not really doing anything to lose weight? Granted, I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off between going back to work full time and like and like living life and unpacking and all those things. So I can see, like, activity wise why I'm losing weight. My hair doesn't actually look too bad today. I flat ironed it today, and I have makeup on. If I had a better angle, like, you could see what I look like when I don't cry and I'm heading out of the house pretty quickly. Anyway, okay, so I think that's it for plastics. My next follow-up is 6 months away. Oh, the nipples, duh, the nipples. So yeah, we had a discussion about the nipples today. I can't hold this, like, I gotta move this down because my arm hurts. So, the nipple discussion, whether or not to do nipples. I mean, yes, I want to do the nipples. And I said to him, I've had so much shit going on the past 3 months. I'm like, I need a fucking breather. Can I just like have a breather and let me be? I'm like, I kind of am looking forward to going into the summer not having nipples, because I can wear, like, now that I've lost the weight too, like I can wear tank tops and I won't have to worry about my headlights showing, because there are none. And there's certain weird perks to not having any nipples. So yeah, so I can do that. So I told him, at least until the fall, and then my follow-up with him is in 6 months, which brings me to October. And by then, hopefully, some major changes will be happening. My Lupron will be done, I hope. And yeah, like by then I should be unpacked. Hopefully, maybe I even have some money from my insurance company that just closed my case saying that all my stuff was fine, which is a load of baloney. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so there's a nurse in his office who does the 3D nipple tattooing. He also brought up to me about the reconstructed nipples, or the constructed nipples, whatever you want to call them. And originally when he talked about those with me, it's almost like an art project. I feel like there's so many ways that you can do them, and I'm so like blessed to have a doctor who like knows multiple ways of doing them. So originally here's my boobs for sample. Originally what he said that he can do, like, isn't that pretty right there? I'm proud of my boobs. They've been through a lot the past 3 months. But originally what he said was like, so my scars are like straight across here. And originally what he said was that he can like basically take the skin here and twist it, and it, like, whatever protrudes, like that would be your nipple. And then you have, like, that forms the nipple, like the protrusion, and then they tattoo the areola and stuff. And I think it takes a couple of times to tattoo the protrusion to make sure that the coloring is right, because obviously that skin is going to be a different color than like the rest of your boob. But they do it along like where the scar is. So yeah, so like if you had nipples that were saggy, one of the perks, I guess, of all this bullshit is that you're not going to have saggy nipples, because they put them like where the scar is, so it'll be like boop, like right there where it would look like if you were like 20 or something. So yeah, he talked about that last time, but so I assume that that's what he meant this time. And he said that there's the way that he would do it, looking at how I'm healing and where my scars are now that like my implants are good, they're positioned good, they're even with each other. If you haven't watched since my other vlog when I first had the surgery, originally with the surgery my left side was much higher than my right side was. And then, and he said it's not gonna fall, and I'm like I get the implants new and it's all tied up, but the skin around it is like, the skin is still my 51-year-old skin, like it still stretches, and it did it did drop a little bit, but to the point that they're even with each other. And I know my phone angle is weird, but they are. If I go straight, like they are even with each other. I don't have a level this time to show you. Anyway, so the other option that he said today, and he drew a picture, and I couldn't quite grasp what he was saying, but it basically says, like, if here's your scar, he kind of like cuts in like kind of like a V, and then like a little scoop that the nipple would be, and then another V, and then like pops it up and out somehow. And that's how he would make the nipple. Like, you do that procedure where you like cut right where the scar is. It's like an God, I can't remember. It's like an angle, and then it's like a scoop, and then another angle. And then you wait like for that part to heal, and then they tattoo over that. And I asked him, like, well, how much does the protrusion stick out all the time? Like, I don't want to have my headlights on all the time. Like, I like there to be a bump there to feel somewhat normal, but I don't want to walk around with like my nipples showing all the time. So he said there would be a protrusion, that's there all the time. And I said, how similar is it to like a regular nipple, where with a regular nipple, if you wore like a tight shirt, it would basically flatten into your boob, so it really wouldn't stick out, that you can kind of do stuff to it to make it look flat. And he's like, yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that with this. Like, you can't like push it in, and that's not how it works. Like, it sticks out, and that's what it is. It sticks out. So I don't have to make that decision now. Obviously, I have 6 months before I see him again. But right now, like, I really don't think I want to do that. I think the 3D nipple tattooing has come like so far, and when I look at pictures, like, the images are just phenomenal. So, and tattoo artists, by the way, even in doctor's offices, have like these lookbooks where you can see work that they've done before, so you can just look it up. There's a woman that my breast surgeon had recommended, and she is online. She's actually in Canada, but she comes down to the States like so many times a year just to do nipple tattooing for breast cancer survivors. And then you can go on like even like Instagram and stuff and look up like areola tattooing and stuff and see people's work on there. And some of them are awful, and some of them are just like, you can't even tell it's not a real nipple. Another perk again to being in this area, that there's things to choose, or people to choose from. So yeah, to nipple or not to nipple, I don't know. Right now where I am is, I don't want a nipple. At least the next 6 months, I need to like let my life freaking calm down. And see where I am in October. And he said too, like, there's no rush, like nothing's gonna happen that's any different. It's totally like my call of what to do. It's just, I don't want to add something else more right now. Like, God forbid there's some complication. I just don't want anything like that has something to potentially go wrong right now. I have enough shit that I'm dealing with that I need to calm down before I add something else into like the medical, stuff. Especially with all the doctor's appointments and stuff coming up. Like, I need to just focus on the cancer part of stuff and making sure that it's, things are gone and my ovaries are doing what they're supposed to do and whatever. So yeah, that's the nipple situation. Timing wise, my loop run is next week. So that means, of course, I'm angry / sad. I had a hard cry last night. Super, super, super hard cry. I actually drove back to my old apartment yesterday and just like lost my shit. Just like crying hysterically. Like, I just want to crawl into my old bed and just curl up in a ball and just go to sleep. But that's not a thing. I don't have that bed anymore. And I love my bed now, but it's not familiar yet. And to not have familiarity really like fucks around with your head. So yeah, I did that. I got my cry out. It was pretty not fun looking. But then I got up this morning and I remember what the psychology oncologist always says to me is like, look at what you can control, blah, blah, blah. And he's right. Like, I did a meditation for like 4 minutes or something. And then like what I did have control over, I went to the grocery store and like sat at the L'Oreal section for a while and found one of my old lipstick colors that I used to always wear. That's not like super bright or anything. It's like an everyday color. So here's my everyday color. And the sun is like wicked bright. And I did my makeup and stuff, although with the sun like that, I don't know what it's looking like. Yeah, so I did what I have control over. I got this jacket actually didn't even fit me before. I can't really shred it too well, but the shirt I got from Buy Nothing, and fortunately, like, it fits. It fits. My feet have really been bothering me. My Achilles have been bothering me again. My joints are very, very stiff. It's been like this for like a week or two. My Zometa's not until the end of June, so I have a while. But I don't know why. I remember this last time too, when I was like 4 months away from my last Zometa, and then my joints started hurting again. And I need to like get up and go to the gym and stuff too, but baby steps. All right, I need to go to work. Yeah, today's gonna be a long day. I have a lot of stuff to do, but gotta take care of Jen. Happy with my appointment. And I know I have a bunch more coming up, but I can't remember what they are. So one day at a time. All right, people. Till next time. Bye.